whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hooker force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody, gather up close everybody. Kani kani move that body, kani kani move that body.
Tēnā hui tātou katoa. E te whānau, outau o tai, ko piri mai ane kia Taringa e whakapāhu atu nei, i raro i ngā tauwhirotanga. A te marae o Tūrangawaewae. Nāna, te whakamana mai i te tono, kia noho mai a Taringa, i e nei pōnei, ka whakahoki ngā mihi, ki te haukainga. E manaki nei hoki te takotoranga o Kīngi Tuheitia pōtatau te wherewhero te tuawhitu. E whakahuru nei hoki i tana whānau, i tana pauaru o tira i ngā iwi. Ko tere mai ki runga ki tēnei marae e ki ana, te marae o te motu, te marae o te Kīngitanga. Ane a Taringa e mihi nei, nau mai, hoki mai, ki tēnei te whakapāhotanga, whakamutunga. I tēnei te hiku o ngā rā i tangihi ai te taniwha momona nui o te tau. E te iwi e tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora hui tātou.
Kia ora tātou. Tēnā koutou.
Tēnā koe tēnā tātou.
E ne mihi ana. E wama. You can all hear. It's just a little bit of noise going on out there.
Bit of a concert.
Yeah, te kono he
Does
te.
it sound like Stan Walker or is it?
Yeah, I think
Waka.
it's the one and only.
Okay. Yeah. Koe nei te poroporo aki e haere nei.
Aye.
And you know, I'm just going to look at that just very quickly. Te poroporo aki te kāinga, you have another round of whai kōrero.
Yeah.
And that's usually reserved i etahi o ngā iwi, first and foremost for Toihau kāinga, because they haven't said anything since the two pāpakas arrived.
Aye.
But when you have a 5 or 6 day long tangihanga, yeah, you can change some things up a bit.
Aye.
And think everybody's a bit over some whai kōrero.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, true.
And he pai te whakangahau.
Aye.
Pō whakamutunga e kia no ko te pō takapau.
Aye.
Pōtoro tia i rā. So anei te poroporo aki. He rā noa popo.
Aye, he rā noa popo.
Just
Kia
on
ora.
that note, so poroporo aki at, say, your marae, are they still kind of formal?
Very much so.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we have the Meki, ka aro ki nā tikanga, a kui mākora mai te tuatai. Kia te tuki rā no aua tikanga, wa kahuri ai ki te whakamāmā, whakangāwari.
Okay.
And you know, I remember iau e tamariki ana, e rārangi ana ki pai ngā korua. And, well, ko kore e rā korua i nā nei. And you know, that's how we've changed it up.
Yeah.
There might only be myself and a couple of others, and then it's just opened up.
Ah, yeah.
You know, you can do expressive dance, you can...
Oh, yeah.
And then tētai o nā tikanga, usually it's te taku hungawai, whai o ngā huia. She'll have a scarf,
Ah, kia ora.
and you throw the scarf around the
Aye,
whare.
aye.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been up north in the Sarakau,
So e
and...
te rākau kōrero,
Yeah.
toko. Yeah.
Me kei te arawa, well, it's a show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Me te kawana te whai kōrero whakamutunga poroporo aki, and then into it. Yeah. So, yeah, koe ata mātou. We used to drink. I au e...
Ohiana.
Yeah, well, I was... Yeah. Not even... Yeah.
Not when you were tamariki.
Yeah, well, I wasn't drinking.
Oh, okay.
I roto e te tēnei te inu tonu ana.
Aye.
Ko te tangihanga whakamutunga I pira ai ko taku māma.
Ah, kia ora.
Yeah, 2009, not that long ago. Yeah. So, koe a tēnei ko te poroporo aki, a pōpō, ko te rā whakawahi, a meki, tuatai, ko te rā tuku, te rā nehu, ia Kīngi Tuheitia pōtatau te wherewhero te tuawhitu. A ki rungo tau piri kūao, te taha o na mātua na tūpana te rārangi Kīngi tatua ki tana whaia, ki Ariki nui Tātara Kāhu, and then koe a te rā, a pōpō ana, a pōpō I te wā o te tuku I aia, I mua I tērā, ko te whakawahi I te mauri, meki, te manu kura kua tohu e ngā iwi ka noho ki te ahurewa tapu. Hei Kīngi, hei Kuīni rānei.
Aye.
And I do not know who it is.
Aye, and this is not why we're doing the Te Iwi.
Yeah.
I think, just want to quickly say, during this time, everyone wants to know, but ko te mea nui, kia tangihia tō tātou Kīngi.
Koina hoki.
Right.
And mahara anau ki te kōrero henare tū whāngai. Tuia te ngutu o runga
Koea.
ki te ngutu o raro. E ko tātou he whakamānoa nei ai tō tātou Kīngi.
Yeah.
And it's something for everyone to think about in social media and just around,
Tēnā koe.
you know, because it's human interest. But I deem it distasteful. And even with te Kīngitanga, just like other whānau, the focus should be on
Yeah.
te kaupapa.
Kia ora.
Te kōrero te ana te tūpāpu.
Kia ora.
Yeah.
E mihi anau ki a koe tai. Koe a tērā. Was it kia tēnā kupu you said?
Te aha.
Human, what did you say? Something interest.
Interest, human interest.
Oh.
There's a curiosity
Oh,
there.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember back when I mate te Ariki nui Taringa Kāhu, who had the longest reign.
Yeah.
So 40 years.
40 years,
And phones weren't as, well, camera phones anyway.
Yeah.
Phones with the camera
Yeah,
weren't
there were
as prevalent
phones.
as they are now.
Yeah.
But, you know, we had the live stream. Was it a live stream? No, it was live coverage.
Live coverage.
Not a
coverage.
stream.
And it was
Yeah.
TV and
You could watch
Yeah.
it on TV.
how te kōrero mō telecom was the most texts sent.
Yeah.
Or something
yeah,
at the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, when she
Really?
died.
When she
died. And that sort of drummed up a lot of interest during her tangihanga. And there was that curiosity there. And I was way down the pecking order. And I'm still way down the pecking order. Me pēnā tō titiro. But now, everybody's got a responsibility. E tautoko ana I te, e manake ana I te kaupapa. And because I knew kōrero were happening, they started on the Tūrei, they started I te tainga mai,
Aye.
really. I'll be very careful who I was talking to, who I knew would be in that hui. Because if I'm seen, I don't want people to think that I'm talking to someone who's going in the hui and being influenced, you know?
Yeah.
So I just keep away from it.
Yeah.
And koera, tuia te ngutu o runga ki te ngutu o raro. I don't even consider sharing who I think it would be or
Aye.
could be or that's me though.
Yeah.
And kia au, ka whera au kia noho ki te tapu,
Aye.
e noho ai o ku mātua o ku tūpuna kia koe tata, and that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even like, I feel like I'm not even that close to this whole situation, but I'm nervous for what's going to happen tomorrow. I just feel like it's just such a big deal, the whole thing.
Yeah. And if you're not here, te iwi, it is packed.
Yeah.
Hangu pai ana te marae. I ngā ringaringa ngā waiwai. And that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think, you know, I remember hearing a couple of years ago, someone saying, oh, and forgive me at the Kīngi, but someone saying, oh, you know, when he goes, it's not going to have a tangi as big as his mother's. I don't know. And that's about comparing.
Yeah.
But I think definitely te hui a motu in the January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just catapulted te Kīngitanga forward, and it will be his legacy. Koe
Yeah.
nei, ko tana o haki, ko te hui a motu.
Yeah.
Tētai, but koe ra tana tino. I remember some of them over the years, he tētai ko nei, te hui mo te wai, pai,
Yeah.
ko te hui a motu, you know.
Yeah.
I think te kaumano ko atu I hui mai.
Yeah.
And look, if you go out there, it's te hui a te motu.
Yeah.
Hui a motu.
Hui a mutu.
Wow.
O mo te roanga o tēnei wiki he.
And I'm like, all the security things that were on the marae and, hey, manaki a koe, make sure you don't trip over anything. It's nothing like that out there now.
Yeah.
I need tripped over here, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
But mui ana, mangu ana.
I've been wondering though, with like, you know, because we are really up to date with having lives now, and I have been wondering that in comparison to his mum's tangi, has it been you know, smaller or bigger, because of the lives, there's more interest. More people want to get in there.
Yes.
We're more connected today due
Yeah.
to what we have now. So there's higher interest, and you know, we're only counting who's here, and then there's
Yeah.
others that aren't here but are still well connected.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of being engaged. And I like to think this is a generation. Whatever happens tomorrow is a new generation of people investing in
Yeah.
kotahitanga.
Yep.
You know, and if this is something that draws kotahitanga, then let it be it.
I just can see a can with some red bubbly fluid in it.
I think
Hint,
he's hinting to want to use.
We're human,
Get the
so we
pirangi in
need
here.
a drink. Can you pass the Coke Zero, please? It's like,
Oh, Ete Iwi, you're about to have a cameo from...
I mean,
He didn't make it on.
just a soda.
Yes.
Wasn't
It matches the King's insignia on the hat there.
get that sound to the mic, that
Yeah.
crispy sound.
Is this like a permit? As you know, you're gonna have to like blur out the thing on there like they do on some of those.
Yeah, I think you put it down there.
Oh.
So while you're quenching your thirst, oh look, we all better have one.
Yeah, come on.
We all better have one. Grab you a cup of tea, te iwi, or whatever you
And
want.
this, you know, the king drank Coke Zero.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Then I swear the king. Yeah. No disrespect.
Yeah. Ah, that's
Usually
better.
there would be a cup of tea or coffee.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Usually it is.
Harai te mea I'm feeling nervous, but e rongo anau I te wehi.
Aye.
I tēnei wiki katoa, engani tika tau, e rongo anau I te wehi, e piki haere nei roto I taku ngākau.
Yeah.
Mō ngā rite ngai haere ke nei a pōpō. Mea katoa. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. I wasn't as aware as I am now in 2006.
Yeah.
The time of te whakawahinga, te kīngi. Can you do you remember much of what happened and what ensued at that time? Hea ngā tikanga, hea te whakaritenga?
I remember it like it was yesterday. And I think I made the comment I Taringa I te mane pia. Ka me te ona kai kōrero, kua eke mai e nei rānei. Ina nahi noi honei iko nei tātou.
Aye.
And I knew exactly what he meant. He korua tēnei.
Aye.
I loved that he's, yeah. And you know, I thought, oh, koe te hunga moe ana ki te kōrero I whakaroa ki tāna rerenga.
Aye.
You know, ina nahi noa nei. He didn't say ano nei.
Yeah.
He just say, ina nahi noa nei ko nei. And I understood. Because I can still see myself out there. I homai tētai haipapa ki a mātou o mōtai me ki, raukoa mane poto. And our job was to keep the whole crowd back.
Oh.
And so we had 3 rows of kaihaka wahine standing. And then the men were in front on our knees. And we were on our knees for the whole ceremony.
Wow.
Te karakia o te mihi, he whakatau, te karakia whakawahi, te karakia te uri o tarapipipi, te tumuaki o te Kīngitanga,
Aye.
me ngā kura e toru o te pai mārire.
Aye.
Oh, yeah.
And takumahara e te atu mihi anō, and then they released some doves. One wouldn't come out of the cage, and Ting Tutua, he said,
Oh, Chang Tutua.
yeah, it's like, haere, I mean, he said, haere ki tai wiwi, ki tai wawa, ki Taiwan. I remember him saying it was warm. And I still have a stone stuck in my knee somewhere. And everyone that came, all the boys, and then most of them come, ki te uhunga nei. I said to them, fellas ready? What? Ki te his knees ready? Nah. My young fellow out there.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I remember, but aside from that is the tikanga. So the kara will go up tomorrow, as it has every day. But there will be a karakia at te kura o te ata, o te kura o te awote. So there's 2 kura
Aye.
that the tari ao it's up to the tariao which one. And either of them are suitable. And that is the karakia for the karamai tūrongo,
Okay.
which is the residence.
Yeah.
When the me ki te raro era is in residence,
Aye.
ka piki hia te rā kara. And on there is te paki o Matariki, coat of arms. And that's when the kura will be done. But on the rā whakawahi, another karaki is added. And it is he karaki atonu, kei roto rā ko ngā tongikura me ngā matakite. Pō tau, ki tāna tamaiti ki a Kīngi Tuheitia ki a Matutaira. And Koro Tui was responsible for that.
Kia ora.
And there have been others responsible for that particular karakia. And he taught te tahi o ana nephew, and now he does that. And it starts off hoiho mā heke i hoi te rangi. So that one will be done first. Kātai ngā karaka whakapiki hia. The himene will be played by te reo o te Kīngitanga, and then they will do te kura o te ata o te kura o te awate. And then we'll do the ofa, and then the flag, the kara over here, behind the pai here, will go up. And that is Uenuku.
Oh, yep.
That's where Nuku
Yep.
ai.
That's the big.
That's the big.
The big
the
flag.
big, yeah, yeah.
And it's got all the kings on there. And that goes up on a flagpole named Pikiao.
Kia ora.
So koenei te paukara ki muri nei, Pikiao being te ure tāre o te Kīngitanga, straight male line from Tamatekapua, actually right from Puhaurangi, all the way down to Koroki.
Ai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so koe a Pikiao. And then there will be breakfast. And I think a pōpō kei te tū ngā kapa, ngā tai, ngā kapa o tainui. And then we'll be into it. Ngā koe tērā ai.
Okay.
Hei te kaukaraka timatai ne?
Aye.
Yeah.
I think kapaka 9
Yeah.
and then 10.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you've been watching the live stream o te tangihanga, you'll see that rangatira o te motu have been invited to sit on te tangata whenua,
Aye.
hau kāinga, because ko te mare o te motu tēnei.
Ai.
And tomorrow, they'll all sit back
Oh.
ki te pai whakaeke.
Ai.
Okay.
And ka noho ko tainui anake ki tēnei taha, and then ka rere ngā whakarite. Yeah.
Okay.
And the other thing that will happen tomorrow, that you'll only see on the rā whakawahi, is te ahurewa tapu, or the throne that is under the auspices of Ngāti Haua and Kāpai Ngāti Haua will be brought out of Mahinarangi, and that sits on the Atamira tapu in Mahinarangi, and they will bring that out in the morning for te Ariki tohu to sit upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, hang on a minute. Does the whakawahinga happen before the actual service for Kīngi Tuheitia, or
Yes.
is it the other way around?
Ooh. From what I remember, I think it's the whakawahi first. Yeah. Yeah, whakawahi and then, yeah. And the Ariki tohu will enter through the waharoa.
Oh.
So, you know, they're not going to go, tara, and walk out of Mahinarangi.
Yeah.
They're going to be called on. To
Called
the
on,
mai,
yeah.
Through the
Like
waharoa.
through the actual waharoa?
Ai, ka whakaeke mai, mā te waharoa.
Wow.
And we have a tetai o nā, he waiata nā Kīngi Tuheitia, e kia nei tai e mai. I roto i te waiata rā, ko te rerenga whakamutunga, ka mea nei, wāhia te Tūrangaroa, te whare hei whakaputanga mo te kīngi. Open the end of the house, the back end of the house for the king to come forward. And that house is actually talking about te whare tangata.
Ai.
Ah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then also describes Waikato as this elusive, beautiful woman with all her curves, but watch out. Koira te rā waiata.
Oh, yeah.
So there's symbolism in things.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And one thing I do want to say, he nui te kōroatia, and you know, he tika, te kupu Kīngi, o te kupu Pākehā, ka me te oia nei Western construct, Ai, engari, ko tā tātou he Māori, te ahua,
Ai.
o tēnei kīngitanga.
Ai.
Yeah.
In that, the tikanga we practice around it, in it, through it, by it, because of it, with it, he tikanga Māori. And then a lot of the tikanga in relation to looking after te Ariki are tikanga that we all practiced in relation to looking after. Tētai te pairu,
Ai.
tētai Ariki, me tōna tapu. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, koia te rā. E rua nā wahanga o te whakawahi, tētai ko te kawa whakawahi, ko te karakia Māori, and that's the same karakia that was said by te tāpihana on the arrival of Pōtatau on his horse at Rangiaowhia, just up the road from the bustling metropolis.
Just up the road.
And then the second karakia is the response, and that belongs to Ngāti Maniapoto.
Ai.
And then the second karakia will be done by te tumuaki o te Kīngitanga,
Yeah.
known as the Kingmaker. And currently that is,
the Bible.
he will have the Bible that will be placed on te Ariki tohu, te mahunga o te Ariki tohu, and koera te corona.
Te korona, ai.
So e rua ngā wāhanga, karakia Māori, karakia Karaitiana. Ne? And the karakia, te wāhanga karakia Māori, again is taken from e tai o ngā tikanga e ai ki ngā whare wānanga o Tainui.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's one that just wasn't made up i te wā o Pōtatau.
Yeah.
Just very quickly, you'll see that, and we've talked about the pōtai a te motu, got the pōtai here. Te tāpihana knew e haere mai ana Pōtatau ki Rangiaowhia. And he went to see etahi o ngā rangatira o Maniapoto. And there had been a hat i roto i ngā mahi.
Ai.
And ngā rangatira nei, hoani pāpita, porokoru, porokoru, and one more gave him te hā te pīwara, the beaver hat.
Ah.
Okay.
And beavers, this is beaver, beaver fur. And that was the symbolism of their, e tuku ana i te tapu ki te tāpihana ki te whakatutuki i tāna mahi. Now te tāpihana was Ngāti Apakura, Ngāti Hikairo, who also have a close connection to Ngāti Maniapoto.
Ai.
And, but that, them giving him the hat is, well, we see if he's going to put the hat on.
Ai.
Right.
Hey, when the Pōtatau gets there.
Yeah.
And this is us giving you the right ki te tuku e te karakia.
Ai.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Now, there's a couple of stories. Oh, well, ko tai te kōrero. Ka tai a Pōtatau, he came in on a white horse, and te tāpihana went up and gave him the hat. Because they had all heard of the whakatau e Pukawa.
Ai.
Yeah.
Ne? And Pōtatau took the hat, and just by taking the hat, he went to put it on his head, and then koe te rā. Now, koe tai kore mene, after that, he threw it in the air, whether that was in celebration or whatever, and then te tāpihana did his karakia. Then he was already king,
Okay.
because it is in the wahanga Māori, at the end, you'll hear the pāmaira, e ue, rangi tā tāwa, whether it's tama, hene, he toihau,
Ai. Yeah.
ne? And there may be a response or not. Or people, yeah. I remember when Uncle Tui did that karakia, and he said, ta pāmaira e ue rangi tā tāwa tama, he toihau, and then everyone's like, he Kīngi!
Ai.
And then he said, he Tātara mua, he Kīngi! Tā pāmaira, he Ariki Taungaroa,
Ai. Ai.
he Kīngi! E iwe rangi tapa maira, ni dana last one. And that's the mea whakau.
Okay.
Yeah. So koera tērā wahanga.
Yeah.
So kua kingi reira.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, just very quickly, I sat with Hone's father one day, had the honour of sitting with him at lunch at the king's table. And he just opened up about his life being Tumuaki.
Aye.
Yeah.
And I acknowledged him because we all grew up with his uncle, Wiripoi, who was the Tumuaki before. He was very close to one of my uncles. And he was lovely. And nobody knew Anaru when he came into it. And he made the effort to get out and meet the people.
Oh, cool.
And he did the round, pokai round. Didn't know anybody, kare mo ki ngā tikanga, kare o ki mo ki te kōroi te reo. And I remember him saying he knew one day the biggest moment in his life would come.
Yeah.
And you talking about nervous?
Oh my
He
gosh.
said he was absolutely, overcome with a whole lot of emotions.
Yeah.
Because he knew he had to fulfill his responsibility of the karakia, and you don't want to stuff it up. And then
Oh
placing
my
the
gosh.
paipira on.
Yeah. Pressure.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I sort of have a memory of, thinking of him. Yeah. Now, he took Hone with him. And Hone will have another kōrero, and he shared that with me. Bueno, he kore mo te tai atu wā. So, koe rā nā tikanga. And really, we're our Kīngitanga he kare pera rawa te tawhito pera i ngā meo tā wāhi. Engari, nonetheless important I runga i ngā huatanga he whakauta I te iwi.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
All right. So after all of that part's done, then we get, is it like a normal service at a usual?
Well, I
Tahi
haven't seen the service because those are the two mainstays.
Yeah.
Hey, they must be in there for
Yeah.
it to be at wal. You can't have one with wal. Ko te whakawahi no ngā tikanga tikuio a
Aye.
pima koroma. And it's an interesting word that, whakawahi.
Aye.
And it's for ascending, the ascension. Ko pikitia koe, ko piki koe hei tohunga, hei ariki, ko tohia e rāhutanga toa. Those are the two things that need to be in the ceremony. They're a must. You can miss everything else out. Hey, engari koe rā nā karakia, wāhanga karakia matua o roto I te whakahaere katoa me whai wāhi ki roto I ngāri tinga. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Kāhu's here. He got here 2 days ago. And he's the last one, I think. Now, there's him and one more. I'm sure. I remember Whakauhi Verko. I remember 2 Day Brown. O te whānau apanui.
Yeah.
Whānau apanui Ngāti Parau. Whakaprawa. Ko ngaro katoa rā, Minita. Angaru. All the kaumātua who were the pūkōrero o tainui waka that time have all gone.
Wow.
Hey. And me and the bros last night. And you know what? I honestly do not know
Yeah.
who it is. It may not be one. I mean, koera te mea rā. I think I would have maybe heard if there'd been some contention, but all of those tamariki, nā me tokotoru, they're all in good health.
Yeah.
And Te Ariki Nui had a 40-year reign. She was young when she was queen.
Aye.
So, whatemoa ana korotangi, ngā waihono I te pō. There's not many years between each of them. They all sit around the same age. We all said, if they do a 40-year reign like Te Ariki Nui did, none of us are going to see the end of the reign.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, so we did a freaking good job.
Yeah.
With nā huatanga I nāianei,
Aye.
Te Arataki. And, ngā manakitanga kia tātou.
Aye, kia tātou.
Yeah. Not wrapping up, but it was,
Yeah.
when we said that, it was sort of like a moment.
A moment, yeah.
Yeah.
And Auntie Kawe said it the other
Yeah.
night. She thought she'd never see 3.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
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 And
Well,
Do you know what? I was just literally thinking about that today. Like, yeah, Ariki nui, 40 years, Kīngi Tuheitia, 18. And then I was like, fuck, Auntie Kawe didn't look that old.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's... Yeah,
She
that's
looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from working in wharekai.
Yeah.
And having a batch at tapu.
Oh, kia ora. Oh,
That's another story, Auntie Kawe. There's a photo hanging up on one of these walls in Kimiora. And that's of a hui that Tātara Kāhu convened, and she wanted all the kuia maumoko left to come to Tūrangawaewae. And one of the kuia was one of her kuia, no Waikatoa, ko tanei mo ko ngā kahikatea. And she had seen Pōtatau.
wow.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Pōtatau tāwhia mau te te rata koro ki Tātara Kāhu.
Gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how old she was. That's amazing, eh?
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
Hoi anō. No.
So
Unfathomable.
we're very fortunate to be here.
We
Oh,
are
it's so fortunate.
One, to witness this, to experience
best
it.
to be alive.
Yeah. And to be alive.
Yeah.
And to be able to bring this type of kōrero from within Kimiora.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah. And for some of you at home, it would be your last as well.
Yeah. And this is the last one for this week.
Yeah. This is one last one for this
This is
week.
the first time we've ever, and probably the last time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the...
I mean, and I just want to say, I know the boys are there and they're working and they never ever expected me, but nā mi kia koutou brothers for making this happen,
Yeah.
because it wouldn't have happened without you all. E mihi ana kia koutou. I mean, Brown is sitting there going, why don't you do a live one on Kimiora at night time?
And, yeah, when you sent that message, I was like,
Where you got 2,000 people out
"Bang,
there.
like us."
Well,
But okay.
your cousin Richie, he goes to me in a smart way last week, he goes, what, so he's going to go set up a live Taringa? And I'm like, whatever, that'll be the day. Mera watu ka pātiri mai, hey, we've got access, whoa.
Yeah.
So e mihi ana kia koutou
Oh,
Tūrangawaewae.
Tino, a mi ana, e tau ku hoa pāpāho. But e hara taringa I tērā.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. And that's the main thing we've been very cautious about is, well, for Taringa, we try and find an angle that is yet to be talked about.
Te tāti mea I a koe korana. I mean, I just had it. We had all these kuia behind us, ruruhi.
Aye.
And again, most of them are gone. And they had been, ko te tōtou kia rātou, I remember they had ui. When he goes, tuko a koe te karanga, and who knows, might hear it again tomorrow. And I'm not comparing, but it was spine tingling to have 100 or more kuia ruruhi.
Wow.
Kuia ene, e karanga ana, e tangi ana, tangi kōrero ana. And when we got to Taupiri, she came by the awa, and there was, koe rāno, there was a kaikaranga every sort of like 10 metres,
Yeah,
all the way up.
All the way up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me mahi nui tērā.
Mahi nui.
I mean, you think, koene te aroha ki te kaupapa, and karehi te kōrero mo e tātu, but ko whatika tō mai tai nui ki konei. E te atu anō iwi o te motu ki te āwhina mai, ka whakaatu tērā e te kā.
Aye.
When you think, e te ona marae, kani une one kaikaranga.
Yeah.
It's going to be a sea of kaikaranga o pōpō. And, yeah. I know one of my aunties, she's still alive, but auntie should be here tomorrow because
Yeah.
it's not well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking to our kaumātua, who have probably may had that realisation.
Yeah.
And for some of our kaikaranga, maybe what will be their last. Yeah.
And one of the other legacies, you know, a few years ago, now it's Kīngi Tuheitia, Kīngi o te Kotaitanga. A few years ago was Kīngi Tuheitia, Kīngi o te Rangatai.
Kia ora.
Because he supported a lot of strategies. One was bring new blood into the pipeline. Wahine and tāne. You wouldn't have got that pai
Yeah.
back at this time. It started,
Yeah.
but not like that.
Yeah.
And that's because two reasons. One is because they had more kaumātua then, obviously, but there's just more openness to
Yeah.
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 having us rangatai on there.
Well, it's that succession, eh? I think,
Yeah.
people see the value in succession.
Yeah.
And succession of the pai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I find really amazing about it is, and I see some people on the pai younger than myself, which was quite young. But how that sets them up for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tohu nui tērā.
You can be more koutou tātou. You can be starting young day, but if no one ever teaches you properly, ākoa tō roa I runga I te pai, ka he tonu koe.
Ai, yeah.
And e tai, and me pono au, e tai ona kai koro e play māpere.
Ai,
Don't come to Tūrangawaewae to play marbles,
yeah.
you know. And ara te whakatauki, tangata I ako nei te kāinga, tua nei te marae tauana.
Ai.
Do all the stuff you practice I te kāinga. Don't come here and try out some new,
Yeah,
not just Tūrangawaewae,
Yeah.
nā marae o te motu.
Yeah.
Practice at home.
Koina hoki.
Yeah.
Hoi no, kanui tērā, whakaro pai, Kīngitanga tainga wā katoa.
Ai.
Yeah, kia mai, what is it? Kia mana wanui. See, I don't even know it.
Yeah,
Doesn't affect
I'm
it.
trying to get rid of that.
Kia maia, kia mana wanui.
Ai, kia kaha,
Isn't there
kia
one
mai,
more?
kia
Kia
kaha,
kaha.
kia mai,
Yeah, kia
mana
kaha.
wanui.
And I'm telling myself, kia kaha ki te mana wanui, ki tēnā tangata. Kia aroha, ahau, kia au anō. Yeah, se kuia.
Nā, ewa, pai tēnei.
So, after everything happens here,
There's not
How-
a tikanga,
yeah.
you know, ngā tau waitua, so all the greenery needs to be removed from the whare.
Yeah.
It all needs to go. There should be not one taua, so pena, good day, taua.
Yeah.
And then you got two different leaves, one if it's going, one if it's
Yeah,
staying,
yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes people forget and da-da-da. Pare kawakawa is it must be a kawakawa.
Ai,
Ne, taua is any other plant.
any other.
right.
And they don't know tikanga, no flowers on it.
Yeah.
I had to tell her, a very passionate mother who's passionate about tikanga Māori, who had two young children, and they both had them on.
Ah, yeah.
And I told you, take those off your children.
Yeah.
Oh, and she'd never been told. I said, mo te pake ke tērā, nā tainui tērā tikanga. And then others that were going, I said, take your taua off, leave it somewhere. You don't walk all over the marae with the taua.
Right,
kia ora.
yeah,
You only
yeah.
have it on while you're over here.
Yeah, kia ora.
Hey, so there shouldn't be anyone left. They all need to go.
They all need
Yeah.
to go. Yeah.
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 I te taha o te supapa ko te kingi. Yeah. And another thing we'll see tomorrow is, and Penano, I don't know who's been selected, but there'll be representation. There'll be people who the king and the family have a connection to, affection with, that will be the pallbearers
Oh, okay, yeah.
tomorrow, that will take Kīngi Tuheitia, pōtatai te whirawhiro, te tuawhitu out the gate. Sorry, King, no disrespect. You remember when that title come up and I said, don't we know how to count it? Anyway.
So, will he be going out that gate? Or
Yes, he will.
like that gate down to the river?
Oh, no. Always te waharo matua.
Ai.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's going to go out here and he will probably follow the same path that his mother took at the road. And he'll come down past the back end of the pā and then down to the awa.
Yeah.
And there'll be a, I know there's 1,000 or 2,000 or so kairako really.
Kairako, mārohi.
They're all practicing.
Yeah.
there. Where we stay here, there's full-on practice going on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Taringa because it's too noisy at home anyway.
Yeah.
Nah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So there's sort of like a, people are, you're waiting, it's funny. E pōuri ana. At the same time, with the poroporaki thing, you're thinking of things that you celebrate with yourself and your whakaaro. E whakaaro na ki ngā tikanga, you're thinking about the tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, that's me anyway. There's all the things that are going on in my head. I'm thinking about when I was a kid. When Nepiho was sitting here. And I thought, man, what are the memories our kids are going to have?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even this, regardless of the occasion, there's a sense of excitement because of the spectacle it will be.
Yeah.
Koina.
You know, and
This is-
aini pehe tirohanga tamariki tēnei.
Yeah.
But
To see it's ko te mana.
yeah.
Te nui o
The
te mana,
mana and just it's just like the epitome of Tikanga
Yeah.
is all happening right now
Yeah.
and will be all on full display tomorrow.
And you know, there's some, like, if you've never been to Tūrangawaewae, and you've seen the thousands of people coming in, you all go through the same gate,
Yeah.
you know? And I remember it's been kōrero, but hau kāinga, but people saying we should make it waira and da-da-da. No. That's your whakaeke mai ki runga i tēnei marae. Well, koia tērā te waharo,
Ku mā te, yeah.
koia.
Yeah.
And they'll lock these side dates.
Yeah.
Hey, these all
As
close
they have in the
Yeah.
pōhiri
Yep.
throughout the week. Yeah.
until nearly everyone is on, and then they'll open the side ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody has the chance, or have had the chance. And if you don't know, you can go up to the tūpapa group. Don't go in and try and do the tairera uncle hongi or anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
a lot of people be coming up, just kite i aia.
Yeah.
That's enough for them.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
Or not get
Kia
out.
kite
get
a
to the
hoki e
back.
te whare mate, ne?
Yeah. Kia kite rātou i te whare mate, kia kite hoki te whare mate i a rātou.
Ai.
And that might be the only time that the whānau sees them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, te tātou mea, unless it was this morning, but nah, it's usually on, all the workers will come out.
Ai.
Early.
Yeah.
And I remember that was quite sad. I thought that was sad. And when you see the Ngāringawera, and a lot of them are whānau,
Yeah.
they've been in there
The whole time. Yeah.
That'll be the last time they see
Yeah.
Kīngi Tuheitia. They'll come early in the morning and they'll start here Kimiora, and there'll be a big line that goes and past, and then they'll be back in the
Back
kitchen.
in the kitchen.
And that's the only time I've seen you allowed
man.
your kitchen gears on.
Yeah.
Hey, because you got to get breakfast ready for the Monday.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nā,
Yeah.
kuna te aroha.
Aroha,
Kuna
Yeah,
te
those
aroha.
are the things that you won't see on the live stream of Popo. And that are, yeah.
Yeah. And you know, whoever ascends to Te Torona Tapu, do they address the motu that day, or is it left for...
No.
Yeah, ka pai.
No, I roto i a tainui ko te reo na tikanga kia wahangi mo te tekau marua marama.
Koia hoki. Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and it's up to, and I've koenei ngā kōrero i rongo ai au. Kei aia te tikanga, moa whea, parare anō ai te waha.
Ai.
You know, just because the 12 months is going to be up, the ascending, the Ariki tonu, doesn't have to speak on the next koronehana.
Yes. Kia ora.
If they feel they're not ready, then they're not ready. You know, I hope, because I saw, and I was in a lot of those ope, and so a lot of the ones here, I hope that whoever it is, that we guide them and we help exercise some patience, because that first year can be draining.
Oh, I bet.
And kawe mate, openings and things like that. I hope we exercise to observe some patience and
Yeah.
looking after whoever that is, so they can mourn and whakatutuki ngā tikanga.
Ai.
Yeah. I mean, when ne oku whakaaro,
Yeah. Well, you
and
know,
I might get a grounding for this, but
but from a commoner's point of view, you're grieving the loss of a parent,
yeah,
and then whoever does whoever is chosen, that's a whole lot of pressure,
yeah,
you know. So yeah, ka nui e rongo nei au te aroha
yeah.
mō taua tangata.
Kia ora.
Yeah.
I remember there was 3 iwi rohe where there was an expectation to have a kawemate. Yeah. So, you know, because the line of pōtatau has lineage to nearly every waka. and I'm not going to say the main ones. I'm going to say probably the well-known ones.
Oh, I've seen it out there on the wall out there.
Yeah, there's some others too. You know, you got to do a kawe mate to every single iwi.
Yeah, there'll be
But hey, you've had a week to get here.
Yeah.
But because of in time of Tuheitia, because he had strong tai tokerau whakapapa, particularly tau Pōuri, Ngāti and but tau Pōuri, we went to Waimirirangi.
Yeah.
Te ure tāro o Ngāti Pikiau, we went to Ngāti Pikiau and Tārawa, and the connection with Timu Te Heuheu, but that was because he was asked to open a new house at Pukawa. That happened to be, happened to be the year after that the whare was ready to open.
Yeah.
And, well, I whakatau ngā kaumātua, they'll have the kawe mate one day, and that's when I went with Auntie Kawe at Tāpika, and the next day they'll open the whare. That was a big pīkauranga mo te Kīngi and the whole iwi. Hey, you gotta be on.
Gotta be on.
Yeah.
Gotta be on. And that's why we went over, I runga i te aroha, started peeling spuds 3 or 4 days before.
Charcoal.
Yep, I did the bath.
Charcoal.
Yep, charcoal. Yeah, so koira.
Koira. Oh, oi.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened at Pukawa? Ki te kōrero, so Pukawa was 1850, whatever those dates, either 1855 or 1856. Matane te whiwhi went around in 1853-ish.
Yeah.
And that's when Te Heuheu said, kia noho ko taupo, hei hui ngawai mo ngā Roma me ngā wā te motu. And he was saying, right, everybody can have the hui here.
Yeah.
And then for 2 years, Ngāti Tūwharetoa, Whanganui, and also Maniapoto Ngāti Raukawa, helped to collect kai for the hui.
For the hui. Wow.
2 years of mahi kai.
Wow.
Now, nā kōrero i a mātou.
That's some planning.
Yeah. Nā kōrero i a mātou, te tau o nā tino kai roto i a mātou, mātou Raukawa Maniapoto was te kereru. Me Tūwharetoa. We missed 2 seasons of kereru.
So that there'll be plentiful for the hui.
I whakatapungia nā tau e rua mo te kereru, kia pai, kia nui nā kereru mo te hui ki Pukawa.
Yeah.
You know? So, when people ask me, and this is one of the things people think, you will not know unless you win. Oh, you know, what's the significance of the Kīngitanga? I'm like, hey, my ancestors didn't eat kereru for 2 years.
Yeah.
I whorero o rākau.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got tūpuna, I'll say this in humility, I've got tūpuna that died for the Kīngitanga. Tūpuna that was on the Te Kaumārua. Like a lot of people here, not only on Tainui, but other iwi.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Yeah. That's not something for me, for you who don't know anything, any context to even think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just while I sit, just have some aroha.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there's people been coming and saying, and it happens all the time.
No, to be honest, because I grew up not knowing anything about the Kīngitanga. The first time I ever heard about it was when Te Atarangi Kāhu's tangi was on TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we got a Māori queen.
Yeah.
And then I came to Hamilton, moved here, and started learning here and there about it. But it wasn't until I learned the values of the Kīngitanga and why it was actually established, and that it's a kaupapa, not a person.
That's right.
And I
It's a
was
thing.
like,
It's a something.
I get it now.
Not, it's just a someone.
I get it now.
Yeah, kuina. You know, when you're coming, haramana ki te unga nei, and then say, wena Kīngitanga. Well, ka pai, but don't be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Hey.
I want to address that because that's not my king.
Yeah.
That's not my, that's not my kaupapa. Hoi no, ko te kaupapa o te Kīngitanga, kia hu nei, tētahi āhuatanga o te kingi, ko te whakapapa.
Kuna.
Me pēhea e motu ai tō piringa ki tētahi kāwai.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ia koe rau ki. You know, koe e whakaiti i te kaupapa.
Yeah.
Hoi no, tērā.
Tērā.
whakaaro ana ki te tau kei mua. And at the same time, I want to stay in the space because me te tuki e tei tino mahi i te tuatai. But you need to be thinking forward. And there are many of us, i te pai, that are thinking that. Okay. Hui anō. You know, I look at this, the tartan design here, in based on ngā waka e whetū, and you got the miro, it's called the miro at the whiro. You got the black, the red, and the white from his kōrero.
Yeah.
Ko tai ana ki te kōwhao, e kūnai, te miro mā, te miro whiro, te miro pango. And then te moana nui a kiwa.
Kia ora.
I runga. And that was around the kōrero and the whakaaro the king had to, well, why don't we have our own tartan? You know? And that project was a few years ago now, and it's really only just coming to fruition for everybody to be able to have one, because it was sort of like you had to be given one.
Aye.
Yeah.
And it's been cool as I walk over every morning from our kāinga over here, seeing people wearing their kāmeta with pride, aroha. And it's the same with anything with Te Ariki Nui's insignia and things on, and her scarf that came out at the time in the collector's editions. Now I got a little pin, I haven't got it on, was hers, her tohu. And I had one, and I lost it. Someone pissed it off my cat, it was hanging on my chair. That's what happened. Okay, I've let it go. Te Ariki Nui. And anyway, one of my cousins over there, we bought one the other day, and he didn't have the pute on him to get one. And I said, "Skate pai." And he said, "I'll pay you back." I said, "Pai ana." The other day we went out for a bit of kōrero. There might be some sort of vapes going around. And I said, "Oh," he went to take his pin off, and I said, "Oh, I had one of those." And he goes, "Oh, you haven't got one?" And I said, "Nah." "Oh, you can have my one." Gave me the pin, and I said, "Koea."
Koea.
And he's like, "Oh, no, I'll still do it." No, koea.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. And that's shows the aroha for people that are followers. What's a follower, anyway?
Kai tautoko.
Yeah, kuia, kai tautoko. Now, lots of iwi have come in at different entry points, and that's one thing I wanted to say. And we've talked about the maunga that we're tied symbolically. And there's a lot of iwi that are coming with this, the duration of the Tikanga. They didn't go to Pukawa.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a different entry point. Ne? There's a lot of iwi that tai te maunga who do not come anymore. Ne? But their that maunga kōrero is still there. And when they're reminded of that, they want to find further connections. And that's what I've found with the beauty. That's the beauty of kōrero tukuiho.
Aye.
Ne? Kōrero tukuiho in relation to connecting somebody to a something. So the maunga's a big one.
So when you're saying maunga, you're meaning how they had that big pole,
The
that
new.
po,
The
new,
Yeah. So
and they put their...
there were 37 of them at Pukawa. And I'm very, very fortunate to have a manuscript that has all the maunga and the people that were at the hui who tied the maunga, their maunga, to Tongariro and Tongariro to Taupiri. And the order of the maunga.
Cool.
The first one being outside of Te Royal Tainui is still Tainui because Ngāti Toa. Tawhiti Kuri, e Ngāti Toa. Koina te pautuatai o te Kīngitanga. The last one is Kōu Nui and Hauraki.
Kia ora.
And I won't do it now, but I can tie all of them together in the order that they went.
Ah, yeah.
And it's been pretty cool. I don't say them all the time, kei tāno noatia. And Tātere is very clever because I think I gave it to him anyway, but he whakahuatia, I think, tairo tori whānima. E whāngā maunga o roto o ngā tikaumanu.
Aye, aye.
Taranaki, te Royal Taranaki, they're the one that's got the next, they got e whetū, ki roto Taranaki. That was a big, big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some people have said, like, Hikurangi was tired,
Yeah.
but not by te kania takirau.
Ai.
Ah.
Te hau kā mau.
hau kā mau.
Te kania takirau didn't come to Pukawa, but te hau kā mau did. And he tuku ia ki reira, kia tuku i te whakai, ko pō te tau hei kingi. Ne? And he pai Hikurangi. So a lot of the people here, they don't have a maunga then, but they've got another entry point. The time of Kīngi Tuheitia is an entry point for others.
For others,
or
yeah.
an entry point to come back.
Ai.
Yeah. Mira tāku.
The beauty of that, I think, is the door's never closed.
No.
Yeah.
No, never closed. Never closed. And the doors of the Kīngitanga are always open. Koira.
We heard that in Huirama and Auntie Kaui's kōrero the other night.
Yeah.
Talking about Manaki.
Koira.
Everyone, yeah. Everyone's welcome.
And, you know, there's a lot of tainui that aren't here, but they got jobs they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could go
there's
into
all that
who's...
stuff happening in all the other marae.
Yeah, and there's whānau whose job it is to dig the hole.
Yeah.
Hapu,
There's
Yep.
everything.
big
Everything.
people digging the stairs out and
Yeah.
putting gravel on
Yeah.
them.
I was, nohona, you know, just outside of the bustling metropolis is another bustling metropolis, Kihi, at the Alpha Hotel. And there was all these cars outside the other day. Well, even today.
Yeah.
And they were making sandwiches in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you know,
Kikihi.
and Kiki,
Yeah.
as far, you know, so not just here, in every place that they can, possible, the space where they can use, there's a lot going on in terms of manakitanga.
Ah, kuia.
Yeah.
Kuia. And when Ngāpui challenged, and I thought it was neat. Nobody did this year.
No one did this year. I was quite surprised. I was quite
No,
surprised.
but I think you should.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows you care. I
Oh, he
reckon.
tohu aroha
Yeah,
tērā.
yeah, yeah. But,
Yeah.
And, you know, ko nā korau o tērā wā, koe ra hoki a tāhu ai, ki oku whakaro. We think, okay then, and I say this with humility, could you take it and do this now?
Yeah, in a week.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
And, you know, there's been a lot of kōrero about different kaupapa that uphold or exemplify ko taitanga in different ways. And they've been around for a long time. Ka pai. The difference is I do not see the tangible thing from that particular kaupapa. I can touch this.
Yeah.
Every koronehana, I can touch this. You know what I mean? But some of the other kaupapa, they could be written things. I do not see what I can touch in that document in terms of people coming together. And for me, that's a big difference. Because ko te Māori, me kite te Māori, me rongo te Māori.
Aye.
Yeah. So koe oku whakaro ki tēnā. Yeah.
And people come for that. They come for the experience. You know,
Yep.
if that's all that they come for.
Yep.
Koronei hana.
Yep.
The
koronei.
The koronei.
Koe te koro ta ipi.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
the
the koronei.
Yeah.
Some of those expressions, first one I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he won't be on there tomorrow, but, you know, and I can't help it. I'm saying, don't think that. But I'm thinking next year, koronehana, when Uenuku Te Pau goes up, what's the name of the big flag? Kīngi Tuheitia's face would be on it.
Yeah.
And I remember his first koronehana, we didn't actually think of it. When we saw the big flag go up, karakia, and then it sort of got caught by the wind, and we saw her face on there,
Yeah.
it was like everyone cried again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He wasn't out of it. Yeah.
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 Considering ko te whakahua o Kīngi Tuheitia, puto no i ngā whare,
Yeah.
how do marae, organisations relocate that photo?
Yeah.
Do they wait 12 months? Do they do it?
You should.
Do we take it off the wall?
You should take it down for 12 months. But again, koe nana tikanga tainui, but tainui aren't so staunch collectively as a waka. Ngāti hau
Ai.
wia, tō mātai hapu nei o Ngāti Takiku koena te tana tikanga, ka mate ana te tatanta, or 12 months you don't see the whaitau. Should be removed. And then after the 12 months is up and then put back up.
Kia ora.
But we've had to call it about, you know, how social media has influenced
Yeah.
a lot of our whakaaro around tikanga and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, when I did my post the other night, I was thinking, Parone wouldn't put photos online. What should I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you think of the tohu that represents... I mean, when I went to write something and I couldn't about his loss, and when I found out, and I had to go back to one of our waiata, and that was enough for me. But I changed the words and I put an emoji of the hat and a broken heart, and that was enough.
That was enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me te tohu, tēnei te tohu o Taringa I tēnei wiki.
I haven't even looked at it.
Yeah, I just noticed it now when we're looking on social media, you're seeing everyone, a lot of profile pics are te tohu. Yeah.
The last... I've only come into two hakari in this 18 years because our quarter was waikato kia mau, or tainui kia mau. And you know, it's manuhiri first, and there happened to be some cheers, and all of my kaumātua were at a cheer, and it was like, we're going to pick in ora. And then look at these two. And then I was just standing out there, and I got, hey, we got 6. So I was like, oh, cool. So I came from the gate, and I got a seat. Pia, pēru hakari. O the tuna, It's one of the first, tuna no waikato nei tino pāreka reka ki au. Reka reka ki aku niho. Anyway, kore te ki te wā kia wehe te Kīngi katu, and I came to the door to stand. And he went past, he shook my hand, and he said, "Kāpai, Brian, it's good kūnea nei." And I said, yeah. Because it was.
Yeah.
And heaps of people have been saying it. I got the feeling of what I used to feel, not saying that I had a bad feeling from his kōrunehana, but I got a feeling of what it felt like when the lady had her kōrunehana. And I thought, yeah, he's coming to, you know. And
he's coming into,
And he was smiling when he went out, and I shook his hand, and I didn't think that would be the last time I'd shake his hand.
Kia ora.
Yeah. Hoi anō.
Boy.
Have another drink of Coke.
Yeah, another drink. Take a sip, te whānau, take a sip.
So, e haere tunu ana ngā wai ata ki waho.
Aye. You can hear people, there's so many people outside the TV. You can hear windows rattling and doors opening and air like that. So, yeah. Don't be discouraged.
Yeah.
People getting dressed over there.
Yeah.
Could be some
waiters passing through.
Could be some conceptions happening down on the roadside.
Yeah, could be.
No doubt. Can't be got it.
I haven't slept much this week. Neither has many of the people. I'm not,
many people have here.
Yeah. Not moaning. I'm not. This is what it is.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people be thinking what I'm thinking. I tēnei wā, I'm feeling what I'm feeling. And tomorrow, pai Māori there, there's always a certain emotion I only feel when I hear that karakia. And I runga I tērā. If you're here early in the morning, you may not be able to make it onto the marae. You will hear it.
You will hear it.
Stand outside the gate, you'll see the kara go up. And that'll be the official start of our day. Our pōpō, hei whakatutuki te ahuatanga ki nā taonga whakamirimiri a kui mā koroma, hei tangi I tēnei, te tani whā momona nui o te tau. Kīngi Tuheitia po te tau te wherewhero te tuawhitu pauherenga waka o ngā iwi katoa. O ngā mātā waka e kia nei, ko te kīngi o te kotaitanga. Ka tohua ka whakawahia. Te manukura, ka no hei kīngi hei kuīni rānei ki tau rewa tapu I whakaritengi ai. E ona mātu e ona tūpuna. O tira, ka mau I te pōtai. A te motu, I tau ai e rātau mā a tau kiuki. Mai, ane Me mihi nei kia koutou katoa, huri huri, ia iwi o te motu. Pai mārire.
Pai mārire. Tēnā koutou.
Ko te reo